Yep, we're back here again with the fated Marines, the Warhammer figures that I started painting a few weeks back, and today, well, I've got to get into doing a batch paint. So today's video is batch painting a lot of Marines. I ordered loads of these off of eBay and bought a mass of them. Yeah, there's a lot. I'm not showing them off because, as you can see, I've already sprayed them. It took me a while to do them all individually. There's about 40 Marines to be done. I did it originally and I sort of had variants in colour and what worked and what didn't, and I think too much gold is wrong. That's better. That's more the right thing. Enough red, enough gold, and that's still basic and they're still not been touched up. Like there's no highlights on them and things. There's too much red. I've sprayed them in purple primer. I've also got some berserkers. And so today it's a case of doing a lot of red, lightening up, painting some gold, and trying to end up with 40 fairly basic platoon of models. It'll be an epic task. Let's see how we do. Now here I've got some red. Backpacks, red. So this is a funky backpack. It's got pipes and everything. So I can see that being something different in a minute. But for now, what is that? See, this is the thing. I've bought all these Marines in batches, and so I've got randoms. This is where the theory comes in. But I've worked out the law and the whole detail, etc. And I was going to put it in this video, but it's a bit involved and a bit long-winded, so I think I'm going to do another video and I'll have to do some sort of like stop motion animation or something for the visuals. So watch this space, and if you want to see that, then hit subscribe and come back for that, along with every other thing possible that I've got to do. But for now, keep painting. Quick progress report on this. I've just painted all of them. This is the last. Is that the last one? Yeah. I've used both of them for the red highlights, and they are so flat. They're so muted. These have not been painted in the middle because I've given up because they're going to be something else. But look at how dull that red is. I've just painted over on them with this gaming red, just a simple red, just to sort of try and bring up the vibrancy. They are so muted. Mostly done. I've got to do highlights on the red, so that'll be sort of pinks or something. Hopefully we're getting somewhere. Progress report, almost done. It's been a while. These things have been sat on my dining table / workbench for, some of them have been here for about 5 months. Some of these back here are a later edition. Some of them have had the guns painted blue, but that's as far as I got. I think we should try and do a bit more. It's now July. So today, it's Sunday, and I'm going to do a few more, if not all. Well, Yeah, the dog's here on my foot. Highlighting. I'm not sure if I'm really doing this well or what. Yeah, kind of the idea being that I'll just give them all the basic block, paint, colour and highlights, but then things are just going to be as basic as they can be. So I could just keep going around in circles, painting highlights here and a highlight there, and here is the highlight, there and a highlight. Take that off, put it on the stand over there with the ones that have been painted. Move on to the next one. This brush is like rock solid. Somebody suggested some paintbrushes from a site and it was all good and good quality and things. And then the postage was like £15 a brush. Yeah, no, that's not going to happen. People seem to spend far too much money on. I don't seem to think it's a problem. It's only taken 6 months, but I finally came around to the very end of. I'm on the gold. That one needs some touching up. Some of these need some touching up. The red is still very dull. I'm not liking red, but for now I've just got to finish the gold. But now we are here, and magnifying glasses. We have 2 golds, and one is very definitely a lot stronger. The pot of expensive gold paint is not so much use on these. So the first couple were painted. You can tell the difference between that and that. Seems to have lost its point. Look. I just opened a brand new bottle of Nano and I've never really used it. I thought I'd try it, and most of it just went up my arm. My arm's soaking wet. At least 1/3 of the bottle's just gone all over the place. Oh look, I can see. This feels like I've been doing this for years. I don't even know what I'm up to. I've now got up to painting the guns, and I'm doing variants, I'm doing variations, doing different shades and colours, and I've not been filming it because it's the same thing over and over. I painted it, all the guns blue to start with, and then I've kind of mixed and matched it a bit. I'm mixing it with some colour just to get some variants, but this one seems to be silver. Probably never going to batch paint ever again. I haven't done this. It's kind of keep getting to parts and that's it, I've just got to paint the end of this, and then I see somebody else's figures and they're like, oh yeah, they do that, I should do that. And then I end up adding another stage to this, and I end up painting, going through them all again, and I painted them all and then added the gold, and then I was like, the red is really flat, so I painted over the red with a different red to make it a bit more vibrant, and it's worked, but it did mean I repainted all of them. I've not sat down and done. I'm going to paint for the day. I've painted like an hour here, half an hour there,
likewise now I'm maybe half an hour to do these few, and then I'll be heading off out again. I'm trying to not paint the emblem, the eagle. They'd have skulls, but they wouldn't have the emblem, the eagle motif, because they've given up on the whole emperor and empire, and they're fighting against it kind of thing. They'd be X faction, so some of them might still have it if it was their trusted weapon, but they would deface it somehow. So again, kind of got to work out the lore in detail. This might actually be the final stage. I mean, I keep saying that, but growing. There we go. They are. There's a mass of them. There's a load more, as you have seen in the sort of close-ups and details. But they're finally up to that level, and I'm quite pleased with some of these. They are a lot better than the first batch, the ones that are sort of buried behind. These have got way more detail. That is probably a pretty good one. He came out quite well, quite pleased with that. I've kept the skulls. I've painted crosses for the most part over the eagle insignia. Okay, it took long enough. I started doing them in April, end of April. Was away in June, so the thing, and I've done them on and off in a couple of hours here and there since. But now we're here, and they are done, and they are finished, and kind of good riddance because I'm fed up with them. Next, there is still this lot, which I sort of did a base colours and base paints on and things, and then separated them. But next mission, Deathbringers, noxious Deathbringers and so forth. I've got these and I really like them. I've got about 4 and I've got 5. A couple of them to be actually still in packets to be made. So they're coming up, and there's a couple more. I've also got these Bushido characters. These tie in and are not Warhammer, but they will tie into my lore as assistance to the usurper Empress. I feel like I need to make a whole story and explanation of my lore to make it make sense, and maybe do some sort of, like, not animation, but story with pictures and models and so forth, because all of these are all joining in, the Noxious Deathbringers and the Slanesh and these random characters and all that will all tie in together and all be included. Also got Osaka Castle still to be constructed. That'll come up sometime soon. I still have ideas for flow art paintings. I have a review to do and of a piece of kit that I've just acquired. There's lots of stuff to come along on London Creative. So if you're not already hitting subscribe and coming back each time for the new things, then why not? Hit subscribe down there underneath the video and come back next time for one of these many things. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, leave me comments down below, helpful suggestions on how to improve, and I'm struggling with highlights. I think that's the next bit. Comments, if you want to share this and show somebody, go, look, see, you're not as crap as you think you are, he's worse, do so, because it all helps. And we've hit 200 subscribers, so next milestone 250, 3, 5. Help me grow. Share this with people that might want to see a bit more in London being creative. I will see you then. And I will do this. Listen to drug addicts shout. I filmed this once. It was so loud. This is quiet. There was screaming children, literally standing in the playground screaming. I live next to a construction site which has been banging all day long and hammering and drilling. I had to wait till 6 o'clock for them to stop and record this again. I filmed it, played it back and went, you can't actually hear me at one point. It was like, boom, boom. John, oh, fuck. Noise. I almost swore then.